Since I've seen you last, Dominique, you have become a champion. Talk about that.
The NIT experience was very different, but it's the first postseason play I've ever been a part of, and it was awesome just to see us as a team grow and see people just really fulfill their roles and just play great basketball. And I felt like we ended the season just playing great basketball as a team.
And there was a little something extra that gave you some incentive in winning that championship.
I mean, my family is very competitive in beating my sister. Although it was a little bittersweet, it was great. Ideally, I wanted her to play great and us get a victory, and that's exactly what happened.
That is such a special opportunity to play against your twin. What are the chances of that happening again?
There is actually a great chance we're going to play them 2 more times. I've already thought about it, how there's like 3-game series, so hopefully we'll sweep, and she'll just have to deal with that, and I'll have bragging rights for the rest of my life. But we do play them in December. I'm excited to go out there. It'll be freezing, but I'm excited, and I have confidence that we'll come up with a victory.
So playing against your best friend, your sister, for a title, but the girls you play with, those are your sisters too. How do you find that balance between, okay, I love you, sis, but I have a championship to win?
I think it worked out perfectly. I ideally wanted her to play great, but I wanted us to win, and I thought she played really well, and some of the time she had a defensive stop or a big play. I was like, dang it, Danielle, like that's just what she does. But I think eventually we just, as a team, we pulled it together, and we really made great plays down the stretch.
You have begun this season with a minor setback. Tell us a little bit about that.
Just being injured and not really knowing day to day if you're going to be in practice or if you can really do anything, it's tough. But I think just having different conversations with some of my teammates and my sister about finding a role and finding a purpose even when I'm not on the court, playing with my teammates, just encouraging them. I'm not going to lie and say I don't want to be out there and it's not tough. It's tougher some days than others, but you can learn a lot. And I think I have learned a lot and I will learn a lot, but I can't wait to get back on the court.
Despite that injury, staying mentally tough, that's something that your coaches definitely see. Coach Corey will even come to you when she needs the players to come together more. Describe that.
I think it's just an outside perspective. I am trying to bridge the gap between being a player and knowing how it feels to have a tough day in practice, to come out flat and hear the coaches like demanding excellence of us, and then seeing the coach's perspective while I'm not playing and just bridging that gap and talking to my teammates. Like I know that they're struggling and I know that they can do great things, and that's just the difference, that they can do great things and I see that they can do great things, and I have total faith in that. And I think that is one of the hardest things, but at the same time one of the best things.
How have you seen yourself grow and change since you became a UCLA Bruin, both on and off the floor?
I think I'm a little bit introverted and I don't always speak up, and I think I've learned to speak up, and one of the things we're working on as a team is saying the hard things, and especially right now as I'm not on the court playing, I think that's one of the things I'm learning and growing in. I think my faith has also grown in my relationships with my family members, just because I have to make more of an effort because I don't see them every day. I don't see my sister every day, so those moments we get on the phone have to be more purposeful, and we have to really engage in those hard conversations and talk about how we feel and what we're struggling with. So I think that's also something I've grown in.
How do you find the balance in terms of, as you said, reaching out to your teammates, continuing to develop strong relationships, yet still finding time alone, because that's so important as well?
I know for me personally, to stay sane and to stay balanced and be the best I can be, I have to find that time for myself. Also just kind of saying no. We spend a lot of time together and saying like I can't go to the movies because I need to spend time with myself so I can recharge my batteries for myself.
Absolutely. And you mentioned your faith growing as well. What role in terms of growing your faith has the Jordan family played?
I think they're just disciples in my life. They are there for whatever I need, whether it's about talking about my faith and talking about the word, or maybe it's can we grab lunch because I'm having a tough day, but they're just like part of my family here, and they really are there for whatever I need, and I think I can find peace in that.
What do you say to younger girls that want to do what you're doing and do it well, just like you?
I think the first thing is definitely have fun. Right now it's more serious, and it's kind of a bigger deal, but I wish I had a little bit more fun. And I think also just focusing on the details. I remember things my high school and club coach said that I wish would have clicked a little bit more then, just because everything at this level is so much more about the details and you have to focus on those things.
Thank you, Dominique. This has been Spotlight with Stacy Paetz.